Isaiah chapter 37. When King Hezekiah heard the report, he also tore his clothes and dressed in rough, penitential burlap gunnysacks, and went into the sanctuary of God. He sent Eliakim, the palace administrator, Shebna, the secretary, and the senior priests, all of them also dressed in penitential burlap, to the prophet Isaiah, son of Amoz. They said to him, Hezekiah says, "This is a black day. We're in crisis. We're like a pregnant woman without even the strength to have a baby." Do you think that your God heard what Rabshekah said, sent by his master, the king of Assyria, to mock the living God? And do you think your God will do anything about it? Pray for us, Isaiah. Pray for those of us left here holding the fort. Then King Hezekiah's servants came to Isaiah. Isaiah said, "Tell your master this, God's message. Don't be upset by what you've heard. All those words the servants of the Assyrian king have used to mock me, I personally will take care of him. I'll arrange it so that he'll get a rumour of bad news back home and rush home to take care of it, and he'll die there, killed a violent death." The Rabshekah left and found the king of Assyria fighting against Libnah. He had gotten word that the king had left Lachish. Just then, the Assyrian king received an intelligent report on King Tirhakah of Ethiopia. He's on his way to make war on you. On hearing that, he sent messengers to Hezekiah with instructions to deliver this message. Don't let your God, on whom you so naively lean, deceive you, promising that Jerusalem will fall to the king of Assyria. Use your head. Look around at what the kings of Assyria have done all over the world. One country after another devastated. And do you think you're going to get off? Have any of the gods of any of these countries ever stepped in and saved them? Even one of these nations my predecessors destroyed, Gozan, Haran, Rezeph, and the people of Eden who lived in Telassar. Look around. Do you see anything left of the king of Hamath, the king of Arpad, the king of the city of Sepharvaim, the king of Hena, the king of Ivar? Hezekiah took the letter from the hands of the messengers and read it. Then he went into the sanctuary of God and spread the letter out before God. Then Hezekiah prayed to God. God of the angel armies, enthroned above the cherubim angels, you are God, the only God there is, God of all kingdoms on earth. You made heaven and earth. Listen, O God, and hear. Look, O God, and see. Mark these words of Sennacherib that he sent to mock the living God. It's quite true, O God, that the kings of Assyria have devastated all the nations and their lands. They've thrown their gods into the trash and burned them. No great achievement, since there were no gods anyway. Gods made in workshops, carved with wood and chiselled from rock. An end to the no gods. But now step in, O God, our God. Save us from him. Let all the kingdoms of earth know that you and you alone are God. Then Isaiah, son of Amoz, sent this word to Hezekiah. God's message, the God of Israel, because you brought King Sennacherib of Assyria to me in prayer. Here is my answer, God's answer. She has no use for you, Sennacherib, nothing but contempt. This virgin daughter Zion, she spits at you and turns on her heel, this daughter Jerusalem. Who do you think you've been mocking and reviling all these years? Who do you think you've been jeering and treating with such utter contempt? All these years, the Holy One of Israel. You've used your servants to mock the Master. You've bragged with your feet of chariots. I've gone to the highest mountain ranges, penetrated the far reaches of Lebanon, chopped down its giant cedars, its finest cypresses. I conquered its highest peak, explored its deepest forest. I dug wells and drank my fill. I emptied the famous rivers of Egypt with one kick of my foot. Haven't you gotten the news that I've been behind this all along? This is a long-standing plan of mine, and I'm just now making it happen, using you to devastate strong cities, turning them into piles of rubble and leaving their citizens helpless, bewildered and confused, drooping like unwatered plants, stunned like withered seedlings. I know all about your pretentious poses, your self-important comings and goings, and yes, the tantrums you throw against me. Because of all your wild raging against me, your unbridled arrogance that I keep hearing of, I'll put my hook in your nose and my bit in your mouth. I'll show you who's boss. I'll turn you around and take you back to where you came from. And this, Hezekiah, will be your confirming sign. This year's crops will be slim pickings, and next year you won't be much better. But in 3 years, farming will be back to normal, with regular sowing and reaping, planting and harvesting. What's left of the people of Judah will put down roots and make a new start. The people left in Jerusalem will get moving again. Mount Zion survivors will take hold again. The zeal of God of the angel armies will do all this. Finally, this is God's verdict on the king of Assyria. Don't worry, he won't enter this city. He won't lose a single arrow, won't brandish so much as one shield, let alone build a siege ramp against it. He'll go back the same way he came. He won't set a foot in this city. God's decree. I've got my hand on this city to save it. Save it for my very own sake, but also for the sake of my David dynasty. Then the God of the angels arrived and struck the Assyrian camp. 185,000 Assyrians died. By the time the sun was up, they were all dead, an army of corpses. Sennacherib, king of Assyria, got out of their fast back home to Nineveh. As he was worshipping in the sanctuary of his god Nisroch, he was murdered by his sons Abimelech and Sharezer. They escaped to the land of Ararat. His son Esarhaddon became the next king.